first of all, that Hindu religion, if it teaches you anything, it teaches you to develop a mindset. A mindset which we would call in Sanskrit as manasthiti or chiti or chetana. These are some of the words. In Tamil you will call it manapanmai. So there is this mindset is what the target is of all teachings. If you go to Bhagavad Gita, it is essentially that. Preparing your mind in such a way that you can meet the stresses of life. And you will, if you follow those, you will never be stressed. So I will therefore give you some of these shlokas which are there in the Bhagavad Gita, which you need a book which will rewrite it, not in the classic Sanskrit, but in terms of simple English. Let me say why mindset is important is that most people think that numbers matter. Who's got majority, who's got minor, who's in minority. Or strength matters, whether you got nuclear weapons or you got lots and lots of billions of dollars with you. Those are the things that most people think. But if you really look at it, each of them by themselves do not constitute power. There may be 1,000 goats at one place and one tiger comes there. The majority is with the goats. But seeing the tiger, all the goats will run away. They will not be in a situation to plan that let's surround this tiger and then go on kicking it till it is dead. So here is a case where majority doesn't matter. It's the mind, the immediate imagery that you create in the mind of the others that matters. So this mindset is extremely important. If you go to a circus, you will see 5 lions in a cage that is being specially constructed for the show. And where one ringmaster would usually be a short, thin, wiry guy, he will be with a whip and he will call all the lions out of their separate cages and they will enter that arena. And then he will tell them, climb up. And each of those lions are strong enough with their paw to knock this ringmaster down. Leave alone biting him to pieces or tearing him to shreds, you see. So therefore, I would say that strength again is not important by itself. Because it's the mind. You see, from childhood they get hold of that cup and train it, feed it, and then ultimately starts obeying. It doesn't know its true instinct. It doesn't know its true strength, doesn't know its true potential. So, why I'm saying mindset is so important is that the 2 elements of power, numbers and strength, innate strength, don't matter if your mind is not ready for it. And I would say today the biggest flaw in our country is our mindset. We really don't think the way we should, because the British systematically prepared your mind. There are so many things that we know, we think about our history, which is not factually correct. And it weakens you. Take this case of our history being of Aryans and Dravidians. You see, the British created it. The word Aryan doesn't exist in any of our scriptures. Only Arya exists. Arya means a accomplished, noble, cultured person. In Tamil we say Ayya, and in Sanskrit is Arya. So they went into Aryan. And Dravida is a word invented by Adi Shankara. When he went to Varanasi to challenge Mandara Mishra to a debate, and because Mandara Mishra belonged to the Uttamahimsa school, and he wanted to convert him to Hinduism. So those days that was the method, Shastra. You know, you had a debate. So they had a debate, Mandara Mishra and Shankara. And of course, Mandara Mishra was the greatest exponent of Uttaramimsa school. And Shankara was the greatest exponent of Hinduism. Who will be the umpire? So Shankara suggested Mandara Mishra's wife. And that was fatal because she judged him a loser. Never appoint your wife as an umpire of these two. So anyway, the first question Mandara Mishra's wife asked is, who are you? So he said, I'm Dravida Shishu. And those who, I have not found a very convincing explanation for this, but those who have studied this, they say Dravida is a sandhi of two words, Tra and Vid, and it essentially means the southern coast, where three coasts meet, three oceans meet, and that is regional concept. It's got nothing to do with race. They cannot be now. We cannot believe that because the University of Cambridge, the University of Houston, some places in India, particularly in Mysore, all have studied DNA structure of Indians. And they have come to the conclusion that the frequency distribution is the same, the length and breadth of India. I mean, there will be some variations if you go to the corners of India, but the frequency distribution is the same. And it's got, you see, race has got nothing to do with color. This is one thing we have to get out of our mind. Color has got to do with pigmentation. Pigmentation has got to do with your exposure to sun. If you're closer to the equator, the sun is more direct in its attack on your skin. And if you take your pigmentation out, you will become a white man, just like Michael Jackson became. Just about the pigmentation, and you look like a European. So, therefore, we Indians are the same, whether we are Brahmins or whether we are Shudras or whether we are scheduled caste, Dalit, whatever, Hindu or Muslim or Christian, the DNA is the same. So where is this question come up? And this was then converted into a political movement by the British in the form of Dravida movement. And as if Dravidas were the original inhabitants, and then the Aryans came from Europe and they drove them down to the south and so on and so forth. And much of it is based on bogus chronology. All our chronology that you read in textbooks in schools today is all bogus. In fact, Alexander came to India and he defeated Porus. Now where is the record for that? The man, the chronicler who accompanied Alexander, Plutarch, it is his chronicle. Now what do you expect him to write that Alexander was defeated? There is no reference to Alexander in it. And whatever little evidence there is in Sindh suggests that Alexander was defeated. And that's why he died as a broken man, whether he suffered his first defeat. Before going, he told Socrates that I am going to India, I'll conquer India, and then I will take rest. So Socrates laughed. He said, I am already taking rest, and you have to first go and conquer India and then take rest. You can take rest now if you want. So this distortion is tremendous. Karunanidhi, whom of course I have never been politically on the same side, but we know each other, we have had interaction, not recently after I sent his daughter to jail. But the fact is that I've known him for years. And he's argued with me on this. He told me our God is Ravan. And in fact, this Dravida movement people, there's many of their members call themselves as Ravanan. Now, one day I told him Ravan was a Brahmin. He couldn't believe it. He said, no, it's not possible. Then I brought Kamban Ramayana and showed it to him. I also told him that, Ravan went to Kailash and he got vara from Lord Shiva. He could call Shiva anytime he wanted. He couldn't believe that either. Now these people haven't studied. Karnanidhi was only 5th class pass, so I'm not surprised that he didn't know. But that's all right. It's a common thing in Sonia Gandhi.